I'm Susie Potter with Triangle Arts and Entertainment, and we're here tonight at Village Draft House presenting our Reader's Choice Awards for Best Brew in the Triangle. This is Sean Wilson. He's with Fullsteam Brewery, and they're one of our finalists. Over 7,000 votes were cast in this competition, and they placed. This is their award. There you go. Congratulations.
Thanks so much. All right, so we're Fullsteam Brewery in Durham, North Carolina. We are focusing on Southern style beer using local farmed ingredients in the brewing process. Our whole mission is to explore what it means to be a Southern brewery. And the best way for us to do that, we believe, is by using ingredients that grow in the South or playing off of agricultural traditions of the South. So what does that mean? We have a beer called Carver. It's a sweet potato lager where we use 500 pounds of North Carolina sweet potatoes per batch. That's about a third of the base fermentables, and it's pretty cool. These are sweet potatoes that can't be sold at market because they're blemished or not the right size. They might otherwise be tossed, but we work with the creatively named Yamco company that takes these sweet potatoes and makes a puree. We purchase that puree and ultimately make a sweet potato lager. The funny thing about Carver is that it doesn't taste like sweet potatoes. It actually just tastes like a great lager that has a nod of sweet potatoes or a little bit of earthiness to it, but it's not overwhelmingly pie, spicy, and heavy on the kind of cloying spices. So it's a great year-round, easy drinking beer. That's Carver, our sweet potato lager. We also have El Toro Cream Ale, which is made with North Carolina corn grits. It's a simple, easy drinking hybrid between an ale and a lager. A cream ale is called cream ale because it tends to be a little sweeter. It doesn't use 100% malted barley. In our case, again, it's 85% malted barley, 15% North Carolina corn grits, which gives it a slight sweetness and a very easy drinking beer. We still have people who come into the brewery at our tavern and they see a line of taps on the wall. And in spite of seeing the vast selection, they go, I'll have a beer. And so inevitably we're pointing people to El Toro Cream Ale because it's so easy drinking and kind of that classic beer, if you will. We have a flagship beer called Fullsteam Southern Lager. It's a steam style beer. It's another hybrid between an ale and a lager. It's got a bit more hops and caramel body to it. We also have a crazy beer called Hogwash. It's a hickory smoked porter. It tastes like barbecue. It tastes like barbecue. It is. If bacon were beer, it would be this beer. And it's smoky and dark and delicious. It's also an acquired taste, so not all of you are going to like it, but give it a shot sometime. It's actually really good with barbecue. The whole smoke on smoke is a lot of fun and a real neat experience. We have a beer called Working Man's Lunch, which is a tribute to the working man's lunch of an RC Cola and a moon pie. There we use Escazú chocolate from Raleigh, and we incorporate we incorporate the chocolate nibs into the brewing process using that Raleigh-based local ingredient, and we make a beer that's a tribute to RC Cola's and moon pie. It's a little lighter than a stout, a nice chocolatey dark ale. And the last of our year-round beers is Rocket Science IPA. It's just a classic, traditional American IPA, nice and juicy and citrusy and a little higher in alcohol. We mess around a lot. We use a lot of non-traditional ingredients and do a lot of seasonal brewings. A lot of seasonal beers. Coming up is our Summer Basil Farmhouse Ale. That's obviously using local basil, and it's real farmhousey, cloudy, and spicy and tangy. It's another one of you love it or hate it type beers. That's okay with us because a lot of people do like that beer. And then we're silly. We do stupid stuff. We really do. We have a beer called Red Beans and Rice. We actually call it New Orleans. It's a tribute to New Orleans, and it's a beer made with, not surprisingly, red beans and rice. So I hope you can see we don't take ourselves too seriously. We have a lot of fun, both in making the beer and on site at our tavern, which is at 726 Rigsby Avenue in downtown Durham, just north of downtown by the Farmers Market. And you can find us there 7 days a week with an on-site tavern and beer garden. And you can also find us on the web at www.fullsteam.ag. That's AG as in agriculture. And we do a lot of social media stuff, so we're at Fullsteam on Twitter, or on Facebook at Fullsteam Brewery. So come check us out, either around town. We self-distribute through, we've got about 70 accounts here throughout the Triangle. The Village Draft House right here is our newest account. We just got on yesterday. for a growing, fun brewery and support us or support one of the great North Carolina beers that we're blessed to have here in this awesome state. Cheers!